we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Right back to him on first down. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Set, ready. Trying to move. Hey, QB's trash. Let's go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. DJ Reader able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And a first carry now for Hyde. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Set. 18. What we got? What we got? What we got? 9 and go. 48 Mike. 48 Mike. Watch the screen. 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 9 and go.
On 2nd and 12, Watson flushed out right, and he's going to keep it here. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Ravens have got it.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. On first down, it's Ingram. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
41 Mike.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. We're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 39 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 2nd and 1, Jackson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Whitney merciless. Able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He may try and run for this. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Jackson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 54 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. He's letting this. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson out to his left. This will be caught by Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone, so they get two more on the board here just before halftime. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Back to the ground. This time it's high. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Watson flushed out right. Going deep for Hopkins, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set the tone. Time to go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. They'll roll him out right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Here's Ingram, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. They'll run on first down. Ingram, and the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. From the 38, Jackson eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. On third down, here's Edwards. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Being chased out left. He uncorks it for Snead. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. It's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Houston. Point game as we begin the fourth. High. And he'll take Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
I think if we put together a job description to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers, but how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Hyde. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have retaken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
They'll try and run it in with Hyde. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 25 on second down, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ingram. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Slam, slam, slam. Kill. And turn it up.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down, it's Ingram. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Texans' 32-yard line.
He's back to throw. It's complete to Snead. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And a little floater there is incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
On second down now, it's Ingram, and he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Get that quarterback, D-line! D-line, get that! 48 months!
Now it's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long from Houston.
Yeah, okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hold Motel, get a bird's eye view. Hotel, get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Watch your slap, watch your slap. Watch your slap. Right there, 54, right there.
To throw is Jackson on third down. It was the veteran Devin McCourty who got a hand in there to break that one up. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here we go on fourth down with Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, Jackson dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jamie Collins able to run him down for a loss of a yard. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy and the Patriots. Take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
Wait, 20!
They'll run it here. This is James White. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Sony Michel, his first carry. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Caught by the tight end, Watson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Wait, that. Check 48. Come on. Hey, goal 66. Hey, check it.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they come up now 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Brady. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Jalen Ferguson gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. 25. Check 25. Go Bandit.
From the gun, it's Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, Ingram. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 60 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one.
I don't know about that.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put the numbers on the board, like them keep the score.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Let's go, Will, lady! Tight yard. 15! Get him!
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. 22 yards there, a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run on first down. It's Ingram, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is Ingram. Room to run again. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 31 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they... Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jalen Ferguson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got it to Williams. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Williams takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 1, easy. 49, check 49, check 49. Hatchet. He's coming. Orbit. He's coming.
Mahomes now to throw. Robinson's got it. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Hey, get him, you got him. Check, 48's the mic. Hey, yo, go.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 1-yard touchdown pass as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. He can run for it, and he will. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On third down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And now as he gets to the first down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7 forthcoming. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 41.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, Ingram, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. On second down now, it's Ingram. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it fourth down. Forced out to his left, and some room to maneuver. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll run here with Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. To throw is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it, and he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, Sunday on Sunday.
Now here's Mahomes. That one complete to him. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And an acrobatic catch there by Watkins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mahomes now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And that drives coach, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go. 7 Andy. 3. All day, dog.
Now Jackson on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Now it's Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go, D.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
It's now 4th down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson on the move to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Ingram. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Ingram. Room here to run. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 38 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
You track. Collect. Sponge. No.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. And this will be caught at the 30. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 76 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
Check curls.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson going to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results. Intercept.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's caught at the 1. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because...
There goes Mark Ingram. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 84 yards. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mahomes firing complete. There he goes, right side. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 57 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Ingram again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
All day, every day, any day. Out, out, out.
Now it's Jackson. Steps away. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson, being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where where he was when he decided to take off and go.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep. And, a crusher there as it's inter. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let's go now. Pittsburgh. Here we go.
He's back to throw. And he's got Snead. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Ingram. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
That's fielded in the end zone.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Kill. Turn up. Hey, 57, calling. Rush in.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was looking for Watkins that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Hey, 43. Yellow. 48 for Mike. He don't know no better.
Now Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Trying to go back to Watkins, and now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. One final try from Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.
to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. And I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, it's a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They run. It's Mark Ingram. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Hey, kill.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott caught by Cobb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Prescott now. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 21 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
50 to Mike. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Ingram, nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. On second down, Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins, and that will force a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Elliott. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. That's complete to Cobb. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Elliott on 1st down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. from 19 yards away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Forbath is sent it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the 25 on second down, Prescott. The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Ingram. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On second down, it's Ingram, and he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Jackson dancing to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on 4th down. To throw is Jackson. Forced out to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence and Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Well, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it.
Here we go. Start 18
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. DeMarcus Lawrence bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's Elliott. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away, their offense, and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Now Jackson on 1st down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You're not ready. You're not
On second down now, it's Ingram. About 3 yards there to the 27. The Ravens on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram, and he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Throwing on second and long. Jackson, and he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Target.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson being chased out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 10-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens cut into that lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They go to Elliott again. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Switch. Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And some space here. That good for 22 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Forbath, the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Fighting through it, he's got space. There goes Mark Ingram. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram taking it in, and the Ravens get a bit closer. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
I thought we're going to see more and more of this continue to flow into the NFL game, and that is the quarterback run game. Not successful here going for 2. But it's not something that people shy away from totally anymore either.
In particular, do you think more so around the goal line?
I think so. Anytime it's short yardage, anytime you can go ahead and keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback who's athletic, you go ahead and do that rather than risk a handoff or a pitch.
They just couldn't get it done there, though. 2-point try fails. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Well, Prescott here to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.